How do you ask for a letter of recommendation when applying for scholarships? It's actually a very simple process, and I'm going to explain it to you in this video. So if you watch Dough for Degrees YouTube channel, then you know I applied for at least 120 scholarships and won about 42 of them to help me earn enough money to go to college and graduate debt-free. Well, those scholarships often require letters of recommendation from my teachers, my coaches, people in my community to edify me or to support what I had written in my essay. And so let me tell you about myself and about my company, then I'll teach you how to write a letter of recommendation. My name is Danielle Jeffers. I'm the founder of Dough for Degrees LLC. Dough for Degrees is a scholarship coaching company where we teach students how to earn scholarships to go to college and graduate debt-free. I graduated debt-free from Virginia Tech in 2019, having earned more than $200,000 in scholarships. And so letter recommendations are a key component to helping you win scholarships. But the most important part of any scholarship application you submit will always be your essay and or the core element in the application. So for instance, we talked about the Taco Bell scholarship and it asked you to submit a video, a 30-second to 2-minute video about your passion. So it wouldn't necessarily be an essay in that case, but the core component would be that video. But scholarships, if I were to explain it to you the way I explain it to most people, it's broken down into 3 simple parts. Every scholarship you apply for will ask you to talk about a certain thing. So you talk about what you believe and what you say in the essay or throughout the scholarship application. Then they'll ask you to submit proof that verifies what you believe. So for instance, let's say in your essay you talk about maintaining a 3.5 GPA. They're going to ask for proof and ask you to submit a transcript or a report card or something like that, usually a transcript, to verify that what you said over here is true. Now the third component is what other people say about you. How does that speak to your character? These letters of recommendation, that's the third component, what other people say about you. What can your teachers, your coaches, your mentors, your community leaders say about your character, your integrity, your behavior, your academic performance? Now, every letter of recommendation isn't the same. Some letters of recommendation ask you to talk about different things. But in general, when you're asking for a letter of recommendation, I need you to do these 3 things. Here we go. Be specific, generous, and grateful. I'll break it down to you this way. Be specific. Whatever you ask them to talk about in their letter recommendation, you need to give them a target so they can hit the nail on the head. If they need to talk about your integrity, you need to be specific in your request and say, hey, I really need you to talk about my integrity or my character or my academics or what have you. You definitely need to be specific because a general letter recommendation is one of the worst things you could ever receive. You want someone to write a letter of recommendation because they know you. They spent quality time with you. They had experiences with you. So you definitely want to be specific. And by being generous, you may give them a transcript or your community service log or even your resume or even recount an experience you all had that speaks to your integrity to help them restate the facts in the letter they write. You want to be as generous with the information as possible. Now do your best not to overwhelm them, but be generous. Not only do you want to be generous with the information you supply them to help them write the letter recommendation, but you also want to be generous with the amount of time you give them to write the letter recommendation. So if the scholarship is due, today is February 12th. Let's say you have a scholarship that's due February 28th. If you haven't asked them for a letter of recommendation, you need to ask them now. It's a good rule of thumb to give someone at least 2 weeks to write a letter of recommendation for you. At least 2 weeks, okay? So don't ask someone 2 days before it's due. If you do, you need to sincerely apologize for the inconvenience because now it's crunch time. And who says they have time in their schedule to get it done for you the next 2 days? So make sure you give them enough notice, at least 2 weeks, and you send them reminders. Last but not least, be grateful. Say thank you. If they've taken the time out of their schedule to help you apply for a scholarship or help you apply for an opportunity, you want to express gratitude. You want to say thank you. Typically, what I did was I wrote a handwritten thank you note and gave it to them. I may have sent them a thank you email. I may have taken a little goodie bag over there to say thank you. What have you. You just want to let them know that you really, really appreciate it. And last but not least, say thank you by keeping them updated. Did you win it? Did you win the scholarship you're applying for that they wrote the letter recommendation to? If you did or if you didn't, you definitely want to let them know. So once again, be specific, tell them exactly what you need. Be generous, give them more than enough time to write it, and give them more than enough information they can write from so that it has an intimate or a personal feel to it in the letter of recommendation. And be grateful, express gratitude, and keep them updated. If this helped you, drop a comment below. If you want to talk with me one-on-one, feel free to contact me on the contact tab. And if you want to join me every single Sunday when I go live at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to answer any questions you have about scholarships, you can. I go live on Dough for Degrees YouTube channel. I can't wait to see you soon. Stay tuned.